Love of the Invisibles, How Ash Found Violet 32. Copyrighted 2015 by Nazeli Zelian. Once back in town, Violet and Ash went to their regular routine. All of Violet's days were consumed with the twins, and Ash was really busy working with city people projects and was out of their reach most of the time, sometimes gone for 3-4 days. Norik was in constant contact as usual, as well as her uncle, and occasionally her cousins. Her uncle's wife called often too. Violet's life was busy, but Ash was not in it as often as she could have liked. One day he came from the airport after one of his absences and asked Violet to pack. "It's a surprise," he said, and from the looks of it, he had already spoken to his parents and his aunt to take care of the children while they were gone. "What should I take with me?" Violet asked. "Casual stuff," he answered. Violet did not like the suspense. She wanted to know where they were going, but Ash kept it to be a surprise every time she asked as they drove to the ocean. "On a boat again?" she asked. "My brother's going to be with us," he said. Melsik was there, getting the boat to gear. "Is that a new captain's hat?" Violet joked with her brother-in-law, pointing at the new white and blue hat. "You must have one too," he said, grabbing one from the side box and putting it on Violet's head. "There, looks great on you." "Any idea where we're going?" Violet whispered. "I heard that," Ash said. There was no chance of finding out, Violet thought. All she knew was that they were sailing north, the land being on the right side of the boat. "At least tell me how far are we sailing or how long?" She clapped her long lashes. "It will take us a couple of hours," Melsik answered. "What?" He looked at Ash. "I can at least tell her that." At least Ash was with her the whole time of the trip. They had cold drinks, ate junk food for once, and enjoyed their time as the scenery kept changing and the trees at the coast were greener and more lush. "What is it?" Ash asked when Violet moved her eyes around confused. "My brother," Violet answered. "I don't know how, but I can sense him being close. Is it possible? Is this your surprise?" "Part of it," Ash answered. "We're changing course," she walked to her brother-in-law. "Yes," he said, "and believe me, this is not easy." Violet raised an eyebrow. "That, keeping things away from you. But I take the liberty to tell you that you're going to like it," and back to his brother, who seemed telepathically keeping him in check. "I didn't tell her anything." They sailed away from the shore, what seemed like a mile or so, but the shoreline was clearly visible from the boat, as a small dot at the horizon got bigger and turned into a landmass. "What a beautiful island!" Violet exclaimed. "Let me guess, we're going to spend time here. Oh, look, it has a large house on the top of the small hill, and the stairs are going down. Well, I can't see. The trees are covering part of it. Oh, there's also a nice small bay area. How big is this island?" 9 acres, Ash said. "Are you staying with us too?" Violet asked, convinced now that they are going to vacation on this island. "It depends," Melsik said. "Are you inviting me to stay?" "Ash?" Violet asked. "All right, we can have him stay with us sometimes when he behaves himself." He playfully punched his brother's shoulder. "What do you mean sometimes? Are we going to stay here often?" Violet asked. "Come on, tell her already," Melsik said impatiently. "Honey," he held her hands, smiling. "It's ours, the whole island, and the house. It's ours." Violet froze, trying to digest what she just heard. "Ours? Meaning we can live here? Like we own it?" She had to be sure. Ash nodded, smiling. "Oh!" She spread her hands around his neck. "This is wonderful!" and then went back, asking seriously. "How are we going to pay for this?" "What?" Melsik turned to his brother, who still held his broad smile. "You haven't told her all this time?" "Tell me what?" Violet asked. "Violet, your husband is rich. Filthy rich. He has been working hard, improving the health industry, has some patents under his belt, not talking about his private clients that he heals." "This is what you were doing when you were away," Violet exclaimed. "That's what he has done all his adult life. So get used to it. Him disappearing once in a while, Melsik said. Not really, Ash told him. See that long runway, honey? That's for small private jets. From now on, I'm going to have my business partners visit me instead of me meeting them at their convenience. I told them. I got a family. Oh, Ash, thank you, Violet exclaimed, kissing him affectionately. Get a room, Melsik joked. When they approached the east side of the island, they saw a small bay area going inland with shallow turquoise waters and a long dock for boats, with a large boat already parked on one side. We have guests? Violet asked. How much better was this going to get? She thought. Much better, my sweet. Ash sent her a private message. Once they got out of the boat, Ash did not wait for his brother. He took his wife's hand and ran up the stairs, stopping occasionally to show some sights from above. See that corner of the bay? It is where the sea otters hang out, he said. Are they there now? Violet asked. Not sure, but we can find out later. We have a looking point from above terrace with stationary binoculars. That is why the island is called Sea Otter Island. You like the name? Yes. Yes, I like everything about this island, and I like you, she said, stopping for a kiss. Let me correct that, she said, taking a moment from his lips. I love you. He held her in a tight embrace, kissing her hungrily, his energy already rising. But they had to stop once they heard a whistle from the top of the hill. Norik! Violet exclaimed. We'll continue later, she shined her deep amethyst eyes to her husband. Absolutely, he answered, following his wife who was climbing the stairs by two. My little sister! Ash saw his wife and her brother hugging each other. You knew about this? That was why you were asking me questions I thought to be silly, because I knew you were a great gardener and a decorator. I wanted to know what you liked, what flowers you liked, what color furniture you liked. Ash had given me the job to decorate your house. Let's see if you like it. They walked over a large terrace with a patio overlooking the ocean and the shoreline of the mainland. There was a large pool and a whirlpool tub in a covered fenced area. For safety, for the kids, Melsik said proudly. The house was a two-story house with large windows and a circular staircase inside going up to the second floor. It reminded her of the house at the Pine. Part of the construction was finished before I found you and married you, and then when you told me that you liked the house at the Pine, I did not change it. Do you like the kitchen? Ash asked. The kitchen was well equipped with all necessary appliances and had wooden cabinets and granite floors with an island in the middle. Kids will like sitting here as I work in the kitchen, Violet said. You should see their room, Norik said. It was a large room adjoined with another room, all decorated for children in neutral colors for both a girl and a boy to enjoy. This is their playroom. Well, when they get a little bigger. But Uncle Norik couldn't wait, so look outside the window, Norik pointed out. Oh, Norik, that is such a beautiful playground, Violet clapped her hands with excitement. This is my gift to my niece and nephew. I know it is too soon to think them playing, but they can use that side as they are little, and that side. He showed the slides and metal statues of an elephant, a seal, and a horse. They can use once they are a little older, he said with pride. And once they took a tour around the house, checking out the bedrooms and the sitting room and the dining room and Ash's studio on the side of the house overlooking the runway, Norik took them downstairs to the master guest rooms. They were two, a little far apart, separated with a bathroom and a small computer room. This one is the one I would like to use when I stay here, he said, knowing for sure that his sister and brother-in-law would not mind. The windows are looking west, and the sunset is beautiful from here. He looked at Melsik. Oh, I allow you to take it when I'm not here, he joked. Really? Melsik said. I can use Ash's studio instead, he announced. No one takes my studio, Ash said jokingly.